Joining us now, Jack Fleming, President and CEO of the BAA. How are your shoulders? You carry this race on your back, and it's been a great day.
The Commonwealth, the cities and towns, the volunteers, the spectators, the public safety, the police, the media, the runners' families, they were the ones that spread the weight.
What an incredible day, and an incredible weekend too. I mean, we were talking to the governor and the mayor, the events that align this weekend, the holidays, the 250th anniversary of the start of the American Revolution, and then this great event that's happening behind us.
We're super proud to stand for sport and patriotism on Boston's perfect day. We know that what it means to everybody. We know the importance of it. We don't take it lightly. It's our privilege to be able to deliver this with everybody else for runners, for the city, for businesses, for nonprofits, just for individuals' sense of personal achievement.
And you said this really feels like it's everyone's race, right? Everyone is welcome. This is the 50th year since the first wheelchair finisher, Bob Hall, crossed that line, 1975. And really, the BAA, the Boston Marathon, has been at the forefront of moving this race to include more people, to be more accessible, even spectators this year, right? To every year doing things a little bit differently, a little bit better. If you would talk about that evolution.
Sure. I mean, we are part of, we are history, but it's not about living in the past. It's about being informed by the past and pushing it forward. In 1975, Bob Hall had that agreement with, as everybody's heard by now, with the organization. It was a watershed moment, but now, 50 years later, we have 7 para divisions. We have adaptive programs. We have the highest prize purse in road racing for para athletes specifically, and I really feel like we're just getting started. Yes, thank you. We did include additional capacity for not only participants but those who are supporting them. We have a long way to go, and that's truly exciting. That this is the kind of thing we'll have feedback after today that we will get going on it by this afternoon, not tomorrow. I'm taking some notes right here. I can guarantee you that these aren't notes for what I'm going to be talking about on WCVB. Thank you for your coverage, awesome coverage all day. But this is starting to look at next year.
Yeah, we saw you looking at the finish line here behind us. But while we're still on the wheelchair division, to have Marcel Hug and Susanna Scaroni come in here, and Marcel to win his 8th Boston Marathon now, out in front the whole way, just to smash through this course the way that he did. He didn't set the course record, which was his from a year ago, and then Susanna to come storming back. She was injured last year, and to see their inspiring wins, inspiring for others.
I have been fortunate to have a friendship with Marcel and Susanna for many years now, and I had something to go to last night with Susanna, and I was seated directly across from her, and it was really interesting to see how aware and intentional and purposeful she was going into today. As you know, she did not think that she was going to be victorious. I believe as soon as she finished, she said that it was a miracle to me. I think she repeated it if I heard her correctly. I know that she kept going. She was not expecting to be first to the finish. So, yeah, maybe there was some divine providence happening today for her.
Yeah, good for her, good for everyone. Let's talk about how you make this all happen. So I'm joking with you that all the weight is on you, but you so eloquently say you share it. That includes volunteers. I mean, to get the marathon organized, thousands and thousands of people. Yep. I imagine one of the biggest sources of pride is when it all works out. It's come to be expected, but if you would talk about just how many hands are involved, and it's complicated.
I mean, the Boston Athletic Association is a 40-person nonprofit organization here, but we rely tremendously on our partners, obviously led by Bank of America, who you know, you walk into and it's like, okay, you know, they have a slogan, what can we give you the power to do? Well, how about help deliver the Boston Marathon to the world? And they said, okay, you know, not a problem. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of rolling up the sleeves. The 9,750 volunteers are just the tip of it, really. When you think of and go to these meetings and you see the businesses and how they prepare for it. I was walking down the street, the Boylston Street behind us, maybe yesterday or Saturday or Friday. All the days are kind of blurring into one right now. And I saw the Boston Public Works Department, the streets agency, doing unbelievable precision work on the curbing, on the road. It looked good to me, honestly, but they were taking what looked good to me and making it as best as they could possibly do it.
They repaved this stretch, we know, this spring, and the mayor said it was going to be done just in time. We've got our Peter Eliopoulos here. He is right in the top center of your screen there. And WCVB was also honored to partner this year with Teddy's Team, one of the many charitable organizations. Yep. Peter was raising money for Teddy's Team.
I see him.
That works here. One of these charitable organizations that raises money, now $550 million and counting. And we talked to Michal Chamberlain about this last hour, and he said one of Bank of America's goals is to really keep raising the bar for these charity runners, because so much money.
Looks like he's having a good time.
Right here.
Look at him.
Yes,
there he is.
Playing it up. The finish line.
He's
he knows what he's doing, Jack. He's on television.
That's how it works.
But let's talk about the charity component, because, as I said, we partnered with Teddy's Team, which raises awareness for stroke awareness, stroke research. But that's just a drop in the bucket. That's one of so many charitable organizations that are supported through this event here every year. And a lot of that money stays right here. We're very fortunate in Greater Boston.
Yeah, upwards of 200 nonprofits, the vast majority of those being local. I got the figure last night, but a lot of the fundraising continues to come in today and in the days following. Maybe somebody will say, oh, I didn't even realize Peter was running for Teddy's Team. Let me look into that. Wow. He really dedicated himself over the last 6 months to do that, and feels compelled, looks into what Teddy's Team is doing, and is driven to make an additional contribution. You know, it's no marathon is easy. It takes a lot from oneself, one's employer, one's family, one's network, and so that is worthy of a contribution to that effort.
It is for sure. Okay, so you mentioned you have several hours to go. Your day is by no means over, so what comes next for you?
The finish systems, the medical tent, of course, making sure that gear check is from this morning is working properly, food distribution, medals, volunteers are staying hydrated, the police are supported as well. We have a ton of equipment, as you know, getting the roads reopened. Let's not forget the Mile 27 post-race party at City Hall Plaza, presented by Samuel Adams, that we'll be at later on, making sure that some of the athletes are getting out of town, and some of them are, you know, they have given it to the max. Some of them will need some attention. I don't know how that's going right now. I did an initial check, but we want to. There are a lot of stories that are happening right now. Some people save those stories. Think about Des Linden and her story of saving that announcement of retirement until today. And
she feels adopted by the region, she said. And by the city.
We should get. I don't know whether Boston gives keys to the city, but if they do, she absolutely needs one. And if we don't, then maybe she should receive the first one.
A lot of folks believe it's the best weekend of the year in Boston. Jack, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It is a true honor to be partnered with WCVB, and I look to it for many, many years going forward to at least 2032. And let's start talking about beyond 22 to 32 already.
That's above our pay grade, you
Jack.
might say, but we'll leave it to you, Jack.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
good to see you.
let's-
Thank you.
Let's have the conversation then.
Yes.
Great to see you, Jack. Good luck with the rest of your marathon
Thank
day.
you very much. Thank you.
And we'll see you next year.
I'll see you later on tonight.
Yeah,
Very
yes.
good.
Jack Fleming, Boston Athletic Association CEO.